Okay, so welcome again. If you were with us a few moments ago, we're having some technical problems. So thank you for bearing with us. Welcome to tonight's Facebook Live, what your builder doesn't want you to know. And today we're going to be talking about how you can ensure that the builder you instruct to undertake work is financially secure, financially responsible. Before we get started, please press the like button. It's right there, you can do it right now. Also, the best thing you can do if you want to support us in producing these is to share this video. Particularly if you're watching live, makes a huge difference. If you could share us right now, that'd be amazing. And leave a comment down below. And if you're watching later on YouTube, then please subscribe. So, we're talking about how you can ensure that you're instructing a fiscally responsible entity to do the work on your house, and that could be an individual, it could be a company. The sad truth is that 30% of businesses fail within 2 years. 50% of businesses fail within 5 years. And even more dramatically, within the construction industry, that shortens even more with a 50% mortality rate in just 4 years. So, as you can see, it's quite common for builders to go out of business. And of course, if a builder goes out of business and they've done work on your house, they could have done a fantastic job, but they're not going to be there for long-term support to fix problems, to honour a guarantee, or any of those kinds of things. If you were making a large purchase, if you were buying a brand new car, and you knew for a fact that the dealership and the manufacturer were both going out of business that day, you'd expect a pretty heavy discount because you knew there'd be no way of ensuring the warranty that you'd expect to come with a new car. Well, it's no different with building work. So it's also important to know that even big companies can go bust. I mean, that's never been more stark than today. We're filming this in January of 2018, and the news of Carillion going under has been all over the news just for the last few days. So we, as a company, feel this as well. We've undertaken work fairly recently for another company, a large company, who have gone into liquidation, owing us several tens of thousands of pounds. And this has had a knock-on effect on our business, So obviously we've made sure that everyone's got paid and all of our staff have got paid, but it's had a massive impact on our cash flow. So we've had to talk to our suppliers and call in sort of favours that we've built in over time with them, because we've got a great reputation in terms of our financial responsibility. So luckily, people understand and they're okay to sort of help us out for a few weeks while we get over the hump of our cash flow issues. So these things have knock-on effects. So it's really, really important that you know how to tell the difference between someone who is going to be there 6 months after your job's finished and someone who's not. There's all sorts of reasons builders go bust, from poor pricing, non-payment of taxes. Zelda, you going to come and play? It'd be rude not to make an appearance. She's been in every other one. Poor record keeping and just poor financial knowledge. So how can you tell? Well, the first indicator would be the length of trading. So if you're dealing with a limited company, you can very quickly go on Companies House. It's a free check online, and you can see how long that company's been trading. If a company's been trading for several years, obviously they're far more likely to continue trading for several more years than one that was formed 6 months ago, for example. Also, what I would strongly recommend you do is spend a bit of time on the Companies House website. So when you're looking at the company, look at the directors, look at the persons with significant control. This is all free. And then have a secondary check on those people, particularly the directors, and see what other companies they've got. If they've got a history of several companies that have gone into liquidation, then that could be, habit forming. There's probably a reason for that. If you're dealing with an individual, you also want to check if they've been bankrupt. If so, how recently? Now, I'm not suggesting that people don't deserve a second chance, far from it, but these are all pieces of the puzzle that we can use to make good decisions. When it comes to an individual, something I strongly recommend is that you check for CCJs. CCJ is a county court judgment. If someone has a CCJ entered against them, what it means is that someone has not only demanded payment for something or found that they're owed money from this person, but beyond that, this person has decided not to pay it, and beyond that, a judge has deemed that they're liable and entered a judgment, a county court judgment. So, again, without being too judgmental, there can be misunderstandings and perhaps a judge is required to make a judgment. So if a county court judgment is satisfied within a month, as in paid in full within a month, it can be removed. So if someone's got a county court judgment, or even worse, several, it is a sign of something wrong. And you can also see if they've been satisfied or not. So if someone's got 6 county court judgments and they're all showing as unsatisfied, that means they haven't paid any of them. So that's a real red flag. Now, you can check county court judgments for £6 online, just do a Google search, really, really simple. And then the next step, be it an individual or a company, would be to do a credit check, which you can do for just a few pounds. £2 or £3 would usually be able to give you a credit check on someone. So I'm not suggesting that you employ private investigators and go to that level, but doing a little bit of due diligence on someone who's effectively going to be acting as a fiduciary on your property, i.e. they're going to be acting in a role that requires them to have your best interests at heart, a little bit of background is a helpful thing. So that's all I've got to say today, really. Look out for bankruptcies, find out how long they've been trading, CCJs, big red flag, credit checks, Companies House. Companies House is a great resource. It's free. Please use it. It's only a short one this week. If you found that helpful, please share. Please like it. If you didn't do it already, do it now. It's right there. Just click it. And even better, leave us a comment down below. If there's anything you'd like us to talk about, please leave a comment down below. Ask us a question. Next week, I'm going to be joined by an extra special guest, who I'm sure is laughing at me saying that right now, Andrew Southern. He is a very close friend of mine. I've known him since he was 5 years old. We've been very close friends since then. He now runs one of the companies under the Mintern umbrella, Mintern Fencing and Sheds, and he's an expert at fencing, sheds, decking, pergolas, external timber work, all that kind of thing. So we're going to be doing a bit of a Q&A, and it's going to be a focus on obviously fencing, but also just generally wood and different types of wood treatments, what you should be looking out for, how to tell the difference between a good fencing contractor and a bad fencing contractor. If you've got any questions or anything you'd like us to discuss next week, please let us know. In the meantime, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you next week. Thank you.